we discuss the HTML head element. The HTML head element is a container for the following elements: title, styles, meta, links, scripts, and base. The HTML head element. The head element is a container for metadata about data and is placed between the HTML tag and the body. HTML metadata is data about the HTML document. Metadata is not displayed. Metadata typically define the document title, character, set, styles, script, and other meta information. The HTML title element. The title element defines the title of the document. The title must be text only and it's shown in the web browser title bar or in the page tab. The title tag element is required in HTML document. The content of a page title is very important for search engine optimization (SEO). The page title is used by search engine algorithm to decide the order when listing pages in search results. The title element defines a title in the browser toolbar, provides a title for the page when it's added to the favorite, displays a title for page in search engine results. So try to make the title as accurate, as meaningful as possible. It's very important you do that. So let's start going back to our previous tutorial. So we're going to do some changes. You see, this is the title of a document. Uh, the title of a document. This is how it looks like. You open a title tag, put in the content, and then you close it. The style element. We'll talk about the style element. The style element is used to define style information for a single HTML page. The style element, also known as internal style sheet. You can use that, it's part of the head element. You can use that to define the page structure and how it looks. Let's say body. It has to do with the style information of a particular page. Anything in this particular style element doesn't leave this particular page. So let's do a background color, red. Okay, so you see what happens when that. So there you go. We'll have a red background color. So it works very well. And the next one we'll talk about, sorry about that, we'll talk about the HTML link element, which is also part of the head element of HTML. These elements cannot be found outside the head element, unlike, but I think the style is actually excluded from this list. The link element is self-enclosing, sorry about that. We do a relationship, which can be style sheet, and then we do href, which can be where the style sheet is actually located. Just as we learned in the previous tutorial, we learned about relative paths and absolute paths, which is actually file path. So we're going to create a new file path here, and we're going to create a CSS index.css. So in here we say background color. Sorry, say body. Always do that sometimes. Sorry about that. Now I give it a color blue. Save that. And in here I will say CSS slash index.css, the same way we did it previously. So, and if you watch over to your page here, discover that the page body changed from red to blue. So this is how we use the link tag. We can also use the link tag for other things, like link tag for if you say relationship is equals to image slash x icon, and then you say href is equals to the name of the icon. Can also do that. Let me look for a picture that is different here. I will need that to put it in there. So let's use this one here. It's a PNG file. I won't be needing a PNG file, so I should use something different than a PNG file. Let's use this. Let's use this file here. I think this file here is not okay. Let's use something for ICO only. ICO files only is okay, but using files that are not ICO would cause issues which we may not actually see when it's around or when it's arrived. Where did I get to keep this file? I think the file should be somewhere. Okay, I have one ICO file here, so I'm gonna use this one. So you open up this file, so we'll have the ICO file there. So I'll say logo.ico, which is actually the name of this file. As you can see, the file opened. When I take a look at my document here, file, let's name this. Yeah, it's yet to be closed. Sorry about that. I did close it. Now, when I refresh this page, let's view source. There you go. Have the source file, and everything works better. This is how you add favicons to your page, and actually sort of go to this was type, and the relationship is actually an icon. Okay, so don't forget about that. And as you can see up here, this HTML document now have the logo of that particular file I just brought into the project folder. And today's tutorial, we are talking more about the link, the HTML head element. We have the meta. The meta is also used most times. It's better to declare the meta at the top of the head element, and it's also self-enclosing element. Don't forget that. We say charset meta UTF-8 is the character set used for the document. And also we have meta. Again, meta can be as many as we say name, which is equals to keywords. Okay, content. This content is like what describes your website more. You can say my website is a web page, good good news, and this information here is what are used by your search engines to uh, bring out your page whenever any of those keywords are matched. And not just that, you can also create a meta. This meta is named description, and this content also helps your page be searched on search engines. Add a content. This is my first website. Okay, close it, and you open another link which can also define your author, the author of this document, author, sorry, author, content, gender. I like using that name actually. If you want to refresh the content of this website like all the time, then you have to use meta and the attribute called http equif is equals to refresh. http equif can be many things. Refresh is more importantly one of the things, and then you say content. I'm refreshing it for every 30 seconds. Okay, this is how you refresh your page. And so, and by looking at this, see this is a lot of things that happens. This can also break your page down, but mind you, you can use it to refresh your page like once in 20 minutes after the person has opened your page, or 30 minutes or 40 minutes or 15 minutes, but it's fine. Quicker refreshing is just going to make the page go down and hang, lag, or do stuff like that. There are also things you can do like the viewport section of it. Meta, this defines the screen, the how your page is being aligned to the user. Say meta is equals to viewport, and viewport, the content is the width of the page is equals to the device width. See, this is how you do it. Say initial scaling, that's when the device is loaded on your screen. Scale is equals to 1.0, and then close that and you're good to go. So this is how you use meta tags in every area of your life. So this way you see you can, this one here is used to set your screen, the viewport meta tag, and this is how you set your screen and your page takes a nice way, a nice screen, and it works perfectly for you. So you see this is your page here and it still works very well. Let's say the initial scale equals to 1.0. Let me open that. This one here, the initial scale equals to 1.0 sets the initial zoom level when the page is first loaded by the browser. Here is how it looks like. It sets the zoom level of your page, and since it's for scaling, just set the zoom level to the initial, just set it to 1, meaning that it's not zooming. But if I decide, okay, I want to zoom it, and let's set it to 5, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Refresh the page. Nothing happens. I've been trying to use this sometime someday, but I haven't tried it out. But I'm trying it out for the first time since I've been developing. Not tried a lot of things out, but I'm gonna have to try it out now, see how it works. But there you go, still not changing. But this is what it does. It tells your page, see, it should be initially scaled by 1.0. If you are browsing this page with your phone or tablet, you click on tool link, see how the difference. So the next one, we already talked about it in the previous chapter, is the script tag. This script tag can also be found in the head element, and it is also part of the, um, you can actually do this, put the script element here, put it on the head element, and it still works. So you see the class loads and this happens, but that was because I haven't loaded this page. Before I do this, I have to do something like this, which is beyond the scope of this tutorial. Don't worry if you don't understand this code. So unload document is what we use to load every CSS JavaScript file from. We load this JS file. Everything here is executed once the file has actually loaded on the page. So you can use the script tag inside, and I have to use this attribute here, fair, to make it wait until the page has loaded. That seems not to still work. But remember, in order for your script tag to work perfectly, if you want to get an element by ID inside, it's much more better. It's either you use your script tag at the bottom of your page or at the top of your page as well. So see why it wasn't working, I think something is wrong somewhere inside this script element, or the script tag isn't found anywhere on the page. Let's solve this problem, see what it looks like. Okay, this one is yeah, we have our script tag here. So we did this. Let's see if this works. Let's be sure everything is fine. Okay, that doesn't work. I think it should be window. Let's upload. Let's try it again. And let's see it works. Oh, sorry, it's window dot unload. So I'm actually talking to this and I have issues. So believe this should work now with this. Put it right there in the header element and you see our document works. So this is how you use the head element, and that will be all for this session.